Welcome back. As I mentioned in my video the other day, I normally do not share the latest Corelogic S&P Case-Shiller home price report due to the significant lag in the data they provide. However, there is a lot of media attention around this report each and every month, and also a lot of you commented on my channel regarding it as well. It's also used as the underlying pricing mechanism in the Chicago Mercantile Exchange for real estate futures and options as well. In addition, what I really do like about their monthly reports though is their analysis of home price changes among the 20 biggest US cities. So for example, areas such as Cleveland and Chicago are some of the nation's hottest housing markets, whereas many pandemic boom towns are among the coolest. So in today's housing market update, I'm going to share this latest report from Corelogic just announced today, and also what this means for a US housing market. So I have a lot to share in today's video. Let's go ahead and dive right in. I first want to share this with you guys because this is on calculatedriskblog.com, not a sponsor of today's video, but they provide some really good reports regarding our US economy and also our housing market as well. So when I say there's a significant lag in the data they provide here, based on calculatedriskblog.com as of today, which is August 29th here, it says their index for June includes a 3-month average of April, May, and June as well. So this is based on signed contracts signed in February and March for April's home prices. And also for May sales, this is based on sales contracts between buyers and sellers that were signed back in March and April this year. And also for June prices, that's based on contracts signed in April and May. Therefore, their index for June is an average based on contracts signed between February and May this year. And because mortgage rates have been on the rise ever since May this year, the trends in the report are likely to be a lot different in the months ahead here. So for example, this index again is from signed contracts from February through May for the most part. Back in February, the average 30-year fix, according to Freddie Mac, was at 6.26%. And by the time we hit May, we were at 6.43%. But look at June though. June rates increased to 6.7, then they increased to 6.8, and now as of August so far, we're actually over 7% on average. In any case, like I mentioned, this report here is more or less the benchmark regarding home price changes in the US here, even though it's a lagging indicator of our housing market here. And again, they provide some great analysis regarding trends we're seeing right now at a national level, but also at the citywide level as well. So first of all, what is the Corelogic S&P Case-Shiller Index? This is an index based on home price changes for existing single-family houses only in the United States here. And they reported here, again, posted on August 29th, it says here, while home prices have shown a lot of strength so far in 2023, elevated mortgage rates are making it difficult for many potential buyers to purchase properties, which will likely keep a lid on additional home price gains on a year-over-year basis for the rest of the year. Nevertheless, Corelogic believes that home prices will reaccelerate on a year-over-year basis later this year based on their latest forecast, which is this right here. Corelogic expects year-over-year home price appreciation to pick up for the remainder of 2023 and reach about 7% by the time we hit early 2024. They also talk about how each of the markets fared as well. It says here acceleration in home prices was most notable in markets that remain relatively affordable compared to more expensive pandemic boom towns located in the West here. And those more affordable areas were located in the Midwest and also in New England. It also says that home prices in these markets are now catching up with traditionally more expensive ones. And I have some news to share regarding that. I can't talk. Here's their analysis of home price changes in the 20 biggest cities that they track. And the bottom here is their composite based on 10 cities and also the composite of 20 cities and also their home price indexes on a national level here. So on a national level, home prices increased by 0.9% from May to June this year, whereas in April through May, it increased by 1.3%. Also, year over year, prices are flat. So the index of home price changes from June last year through June this year is at 0%. Something interesting that I found here is that among these 20 biggest cities here, all of them are up in May and June from the previous month. However, though, they varied greatly compared to 1 year ago. So for example, in more affordable areas such as Chicago and Cleveland, Ohio, those experienced the biggest increases compared to 1 year ago, up by 4.2% in Chicago and up by 4.1% in Cleveland, Ohio. In contrast, in areas such as Las Vegas, Phoenix, San Francisco, and Seattle, which experienced giant increases in prices in 2020 through the first half of 2022, are now experiencing the biggest decreases compared to 1 year ago, especially compared to these more affordable areas here. So for example, in Las Vegas, home prices are down by 8.2% compared to June last year. Phoenix is down by 7.5%. San Francisco, the biggest decrease here, down by 9.7%. And after that was Seattle, experiencing a decrease of 8.8%. Going back to Corelogic report here, for the month of June, their index remained flat on a national level from 12 months ago. However, this reflects price drops that occurred in 2022. Keep in mind, home prices were decreasing at a much faster pace at this time last year compared to this year, making the year-over-year changes kind of wonky here. As we'll probably see once they release July's as well as August numbers in the next following months here. Regarding that, here's their index over the previous 12 months, according to our good Uncle Fred here. As you can see here, their index is flat compared to 1 year ago at more or less 308. So home values are relatively flat this June compared to June last year. However, their index has been increasing ever since February this year. Therefore, according to Corelogic, home prices have been increasing for 5 consecutive months now. In addition, going back to this table right here, the change from May to June, the average going back to 2015 through 2019 was a gain of 0.8%. That's a historical average, whereas this month, or this June, we saw a gain of 0.9%, roughly on par with pre-pandemic averages. Corelogic also provides some insights regarding home prices compared to 12 months ago for 20 of these biggest cities here. It says for the month of June, 13 metros of these 20 saw annual home price gains pick up steam from the month before that, with the most notable reacceleration in the West Coast markets, particularly in San Diego, as well as Seattle, and also San Francisco and Los Angeles. So here's exactly what they mean by that. The light blue bar here is the change in prices from June last year through June this year, where the dark blue line here is the changes in prices from last May to this May. So for example, in Seattle, back in May compared to last May, it was down by 11%, whereas this June compared to last June, it's only down by 9%. In San Francisco, it was down 11%. Now it's only experiencing a decrease down by 10%. Also in San Diego, it was experiencing a decline of 4%. Now it's down by 3% year over year. So big picture here, even though these metros are still down from the previous 12 months, is not as bad as the trends we saw back in May this year. And that, of course, is because home prices have been increasing for the month of May on a month-over-month basis, up by about 1%. And I mean up by about 1% compared to May this year on a national level. But at the citywide level here, Cleveland and Chicago posted the nation's largest monthly gains at 1.5 and 1.4% respectively. While San Francisco, or I just noticed this, or Sam Francisco, oh man, all right. While San Francisco, Denver and Tampa, Florida showed the smallest gains of less than 0.5%. I read this about an hour ago. I didn't even notice it until I was filming this video. Anyways, let's take a look at this graph here below to take a look at San Francisco. All right, here's San Francisco. They got it right in the graphic here. Anyways, here's the changes in prices on a month-over-month basis. This is May through June this year compared to the June month-to-month change, the average going back to, 2015 through 2019. In San Francisco, this June, it was a gain of 0.1% compared to the average going back to 2015 through 2019, which was a gain of 0.4%. So the small gain of 0.1% is well below historical averages, a gain of 0.4%. In Denver, it's about half the number here as well. This June compared to May this year, up by 0.4%, whereas they should have experienced a gain of 0.8%. We're also seeing that in Detroit as well, a gain of 1.1% there. Historical averages is an increase of 1.4%. In stark contrast, though, in Cleveland, Ohio, this June, it was up by 1.5% compared to the 1.1% average. Also, Chicago up by 1.4% compared to a gain of 0.8% on average. Miami, Florida also had a big disparity here as well, up by 1.4%, whereas it should have only experienced a gain of 0.5% this June. So how does this all really impact our housing market, and what does this all mean in general regarding what's happening right now? And I want to provide some context regarding kind of a summary of our state of our U.S. housing market right now. And by the way, if you guys are still watching today's video, I appreciate you, and also please hit the like button. I appreciate that as well. So let's talk about right now regarding home buyers and also home sellers, and in general, what's happening with our market right now. So the U.S. housing market today is very, very challenging for home buyers on three main reasons here, or due to three main reasons. And those three reasons are low inventory levels, high home prices, and also high rates as well. I would call this a triple whammy for home buyers right now. They're facing a lot of headwinds. Also, we have nearly 20-year high rates right now, which is keeping many homeowners to not sell their houses. In other words, they are not opting to sell their house and give up their ultra low rates as well. Therefore, home buyers in general are not seeing very many options for houses to buy right now, and many have been priced out as well due to prices and rates increasing. This is keeping home sales of existing houses at very low levels. In contrast, builders have been able to increase sales by offering buy downs of rates to home buyers and offering other incentives to buyers as well. We're not seeing very much relief in sight, as average monthly mortgage rates have been on the rise ever since May this year, and home prices are not crashing. Of course, I'll definitely keep you posted with the latest developments. Please subscribe and also like this video if you liked it, and also share with your friends and of course on your social media as well. I appreciate you guys watching today's video. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one.